What's going on, everybody? It's just another day in the kitchen, back with another episode, and today we're taking a look at Cactus Jack, aka Travis Scott, and his upcoming Utopia Tour. Now, if you didn't know, tickets officially went on sale yesterday, and resellers are already charging over $1,000, so let's go ahead and talk about it. And before we go any further, let me know if you guys have had any updates on your Utopia merch shipping situation. I personally am still waiting on 5 bundles to ship, which I'm not happy about. But every single day I've been getting updates from you guys, so I really appreciate them. Now, if you're like me, you received both of these emails and texts over the last 2 days letting us know that the tickets were officially on sale for the upcoming Utopia Arena Tour. And I just have to say, from personal experience, when I first saw Travis perform in a venue for 150 people when he was opening for the weekend in 2015, I still think it's so insane how big he is now, and I think it's well deserved. Now, when it comes to merch for this upcoming Utopia Tour, I do expect to see some pieces that we saw from the online releases, but also some city-specific ones, and I think that would be actually really dope, because I feel like a lot of merch drops recently are really lacking exclusivity. Now, if you've been keeping up with news for La Flame, you know that 3 weeks ago, this initial image along with the initial Utopia dates for the tour were posted. Personally, I was really stoked about it because my hometown of Orlando was featured, and since then, both Orlando and Travis's hometown of Houston, as you guys will see here on the original dates, have been removed, which I'm not really happy about. Like I mentioned, over the last 2 days, they did email and text everybody who's part of that mailing list that there were some more dates added, and although the closest city to me is Miami, which is about 4 hours from now, they actually ended up adding a second night, and we're going to take a look at that in just a little bit. Now, over the past week or so, Travis was also spotted on stage with none other than Drizzy, aka Drake, performing the song Meltdown off of Utopia for the first time. And I just already know that this upcoming Utopia tour is going to be so damn lit. You can already tell from just these still images how hype Travis was. And speaking of the tour, let's go ahead and start off with these ridiculous resale related prices. Now, one thing I did want to point out is that tickets are still available at the time of this video for this upcoming Utopia tour, so please check online from his actual website before you go ahead and give one of these scalpers and scammers all of this money. As you can see from the floor seats, somebody's selling these tickets for up to $1,300. And personally, I'm not here to judge, it is what it is, but I think that's just totally insane, especially when there are real fans that are trying to get to it. Just for reference, I wanted to show you guys the insane resale prices that some people are charging for the middle and also nosebleed seats. And one thing I wanted to point out, because I've had this conversation with a couple of you guys in the YouTube comments on some of the videos, is even if you don't get a floor seat, I think that you're going to still have a great time. Anytime I've been to a lit show, I'm never sitting, I'm always standing, and everybody around me is always standing. So I think that either way, as long as you get to experience Utopia, you're going to have a great ass time. Now, as you can see from these nosebleed prices, the cheapest one was $150, and there is some kind of crackhead here that's charging over $1,000 for a goddamn nosebleed seat. I'm sorry if this is you and you're watching this video. I hope you step on a Lego or something, because that's just insane for nosebleed seats. But that's just my opinion. And another thing I want you guys to pay attention to right now is the actual set or stage design, because personally, I think it's actually really cool. If you followed Travis at all throughout the years, he actually really cares about his performances and his art. And these are just some photos from his recent show in Rome, the Circus Maximus show. Shout out to my people that were able to attend. But just to give you guys an idea of the aesthetic direction and creativity, if you couldn't already tell from this album release. Travis, of course, was wearing this specialized Utopia merch, which definitely gives some kind of dystopian vibes, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him wearing similar outfits throughout this tour. Now, when it comes to the actual website itself, this is of course what it looks like, and you can go and visit it for yourself right now. The main thing I wanted to point out is the fact that no Houston date has still been added, and as you can see, many cities here, especially the bigger ones, have gotten a second date, which I think is great for everybody that's not able to attend the first one. However, again, I'm still pretty salty that we're not seeing an Orlando date, because I'm gonna have to probably drive 4 hours to Miami, so it is what it is. I think a vlog video of that Travis experience would be pretty sick, and let me know in the comments if you agree. Now, one thing I also did want to point out, which I think is pretty pretty hard is that this artwork for this poster right here is super inspired, I think, by My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, Kanye's album, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here in just a second. Now, as soon as I saw this artwork for the tour, I immediately thought of George Condo's artwork, which is featured on My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. Now, if you didn't know, for Kanye's classic album, there are several different album covers, which you guys can see. And let me know in the comments if you can also kind of get what I'm trying to put down in terms of the inspiration. Now, for those of you that are international or are not able to just cop these in general, I wanted to show you what the process actually looked like. And one thing I want to mention is I've been going to concerts for over 15 years, and Ticketmaster is literally the devil. Here they're acting like they're doing you a favor if you're a Florida resident because the ticket's not going to have any sales tax, but just wait until you see the stupid service charges and service fees that we'll see here in just a little bit. Another thing we're going to take a look at here in just a little bit as well is the fact that they had some different tiers of VIP tickets when it came to the actual ticket that you purchased. Now, in my personal experience, I don't think that it's ever worth it unless you get to damn near meet the artist on some meet and greet type stuff, or unless you're getting some kind of like very limited edition merch, because overall, I just don't think it's worth it to get in the venue a little bit earlier, to get a private bar. To get access to merch would be kind of nice, but to be honest, that's just my opinion. Now, I did show you guys just some different levels of pricing. The cheapest nosebleed ticket for the official tickets are $56, followed by the middle bowl seats anywhere from $240 up to $300. And of course, the floor seats, which started at around $400, but with fees, we'll see just how much they came out to in just a little bit. Now, again, I did want to show you guys, in case you're not able to purchase these tickets or you're just curious what the actual VIP packages look like, this is what you get. Essentially, you get the opportunity to get into the venue early. You'll get a little laminated VIP item, which I think is kind of cool, of course, but again, it's kind of hard to justify the increased prices because you're still not getting to meet Travis or take a photo or anything like that. And a lot of times the VIP items that they give you, I think, are just kind of tacky. Now, when it comes to actually adding this to cart, let's go ahead and take a look at the process. And to be honest, I did this Friday evening, and I was able to not only pick the type of ticket I wanted, but also add it to cart, as you guys can see, with no problem, which I think is kind of interesting given the fact that a lot of people were struggling trying to add these to the cart this morning, as well as yesterday morning when the tickets initially first released. And here we have it, guys, the official ticket price for one general admission floor seat to attend Utopia. $539.10. The initial price, of course, was $446, but Ticketmaster, being the piece of crap that they are, they had to add $82 in service charges, a cool $5 facility fee, and a processing fee of $7 because why not? Now, although these ticket prices are quite expensive, I did want to point out the fact that Travis is allegedly donating $2 of every ticket towards charity, which I think is great. And let me know in the comments what city you'll be attending Utopia in. Now, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching it. Please do not buy these for resale if you can still get your hands on them today. Let me know what you guys thought about the video. As always, guys, stay safe. Thanks for cooking with the kitchen. It's lit. Straight up. Peace.